continued support, Ty. As I know all too well from my time as a student, it is nigh impossible to concentrate on an empty stomach. Hence why I have a mind to keep a few luncheon coppers at hand. If I could trouble you with the task of procuring them, you sure can. So luncheon coffer, what do I need? Luncheon coffer components, well I would know. Who could have seen that coming? Luncheon coffer components. You can see that I have actually been working on my crafters a little bit, and gatherers. I got everyone above 50. They're going a bit crazy with the fisher. I gotta get that to 70. Alright, because I need to do fisher and like goldsmith for the, I think, 2 remaining profession stories that I have not done yet. Yeah, those 2. So, well, goldsmith or blacksmith or armorsmith, I think they all count for the same one. So, I'm gonna try and focus on one of those so I can get them done. Because I really enjoyed one of those stories, so I'm interested to see what the other 2 are. The other one was okay. It was alright. Thank you, buddy. Yes, bow to you too. Yes. Do you see how I bow? I did it, I did it! Yeah, you did, Caspar. Very proud of you, sir. Get out of here. Oh, no, I'm done. I'm done with you, sir. I remain to be done with you. Yes. Still, I am finished with you. Are you not the one? You're not the one. Are you the one? Are you sure you're not the one? I thought you the one. Am I just messing out? Yes. Am I just an idiot? No. Yes, I do believe so. Why not have... do it the bloody long way now. Sorry, Mr. Repetitive Recipes. Not today. Luncheon copper. How much do we need? 374. Yeah, which one's which? Which one does touch? Let us see, shall we? So this one, this is the other one. This one. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, I probably should have done the other thing. Thinking about it. Yeah, this would have gone a lot better if I'd have done that. I may or may not be a donkey. In the nicest way possible. I don't quite know about that, so... That'll do, donkey, that'll do. Oh, Jesus. Delicate synthesis, what's that? I've forgotten what all these do. Yeesh. I've definitely done this wrong. There's a thing you can do right at the start that I did not do. Makes it a lot easier. Good job, I've got so much bloody mana. There we go, that's more like it. Alright, let's see, which one is it? Muscle memory or... Let's see, muscle memory or reflect. I think one does quality and one does purpose. Efficiency, yeah, so reflect. Cool, alright, that's the one. The one that I want, honey. That was not as effective as I thought it was going to be. this? Passes out. No, no, don't finish. Ooh, okay. Oh, that's amazing. That would have been unfortunate. Okay. We're getting there. Somewhat. Okay, so we don't want to do that because that just didn't do much of anything. We'll do this. Go the old-fashioned way with it, I suppose. Do that. Of course, we have the opportunity. Save us some time later. Sort this action bar out eventually. Make the situation a little easier to deal with. Alright, that'll do. No! Just do it. Okay. I've fudged that then. Oh dear. Dear me. Oh, did I really need to sell any of this stuff I actually did sell? No. Probably gonna have to bring the price down then, I guess. I put some ore and stuff on there that I'd farmed, but there was no like prior price for it, so I didn't know what price to put it for. Like there wasn't like a stack of 99 that was like reasonably priced. They're all very expensive, so I tried to put a reasonable price but not too ridiculous, but I guess not too like reasonable, I guess is what I meant. And I guess I should have been a bit more reasonable. Thank you for your continued support, Ty. He's the same thing, And as a Charlatan, I'm all too aware of our to prioritize nutrition over flavors in cuisine. Exposure to food from other cultures through the Homestead program, however, has broadened many families' views on nourishment. You might say it's given us food for thought. There, but even the most delicious dishes can be spoiled if not kept at the proper temperature, which is why I must be certain this luncheon cover is up to the mark. I'm at a loss for words. This is simply outstanding. Should students grow accustomed to such immaculate craftsmanship, I fear nothing less will ever satisfy them again. I shall take great pains to explain the unique circumstances under which this has been commissioned. Good to know. I'm full up on purples? Ah, shit. I'll be back, Ameliance. I need to figure out what to spend these purples on. I think I've already got all the gear, maybe. Shit. If it was the gatherer stuff, I'd buy those little buck things that unlock nodes, so I'm not sure what to do with the crafter's stuff. I haven't really messed around with crafting and gathering too much prior to this expansion. Not you, you're collectibles boy. You're the one. Should the chicas be the one, be the one? Let's have a look, where's... Purple script exchange, yes. Am I supposed to do stuff with that? Okay. So there's just one bathroom. Inquire, crafter's gear. I think this is... obviously not that one, but I'm pretty sure I've got this stuff. Leatherworking. Yeah, it's seeming around about what I've already got. Not gear then. What else have you got for me? Master reps bits. I think that's what I just looked at, wasn't it? None there, unfortunately. Although, maybe this. This all requires white ones. Which I do have a fair bit of. Do I have this? I do have this. Alright. Onwards, materia, maybe. Maybe we'll do that. Materials and misc, I think that was the one we looked at before. Oh, we're looking at, so, let's see. Purple exchange. Craftsmanship plus 27, sleepy, I don't know. I'll get one of each. Oh, not 4 of each. Okay, 1 of each, sure. I'll leave it at that because I might want to gear someone else up or something. Mount is over here, isn't it? Alright. Which one of you melts? Okay. Do you have a melt brain? Oh god, where is it? Dun, 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 dun. Might as well bang it. Oh. Oh, I'm such a fucking idiot. Well, oh, fuck it. Can you not put stuff on this? I put it on something randomly like a bloody donkey. You can't. I guess you need a... No, I don't know. Whatever, I spent them. That's all I needed to do. And put them on the wrong thing. That's not what I needed to do, but I have done it. And that's what matters. Alrighty. Coming back, mama. Never done. Madre. Alright, yep. No. Yep. Ah, there's our master artisan. You'll be happy to hear the students have been quite pleased with their meals of late, thanks in no small part to your luncheon coffers. Good. When they attended the studium, Alice would always request her meals be prepared, while Alphino was always quite happy to state his appetite with Archon loaf each and every day, peculiar trait he inherited from his father. There is a matter I wish to discuss with you. Hit me up. I'm happy to hear it. It concerns Mila. I fear she may be having difficulty with spellcraft. It is a complex art that cannot be learned quickly, nor through pure effort. One must have the aptitude for it. Fortunately, from what I've observed, Mila appears to have not only the capacity to wield magic, but also a clear understanding of how it works. In theory, at least. And as you can see for yourself, she holds a strong desire to succeed. But I fear her determination is merely born of stubbornness. With each passing day, she returns home later and later. Lest you wonder, being the considerate soul that she is, Mila always sends word in advance. Even today she notified me that she would be studying on campus until late. I understand all too well the desire to prove oneself, but it should never come at the cost of one's own health. I must speak with her immediately, before she falls ill or worse, right? You may think me overprotective, but she's still just a child. I have a duty to look after her, both as a mother and a friend. Yet the studium is ever so large, is it not? I'd be eternally grateful if you would help me search for her. You know me, I got this. Wonderful. You need but say the word, I am ready to leave at a moment's notice. Are we going together? I'm here for that. Satisfaction? Oh. Ameliance is overjoyed with your efforts. She now considers you the champion of House Levier. I feel like I earned that title a long time ago, but still. And yet there is still much to be done, if she is to ensure students enrolled in the academic homestead program feel at home in Old Chalane. To that end, Ameliance has a new favour to ask of you. Ask away, mother. Ask away, mother dearest. A new quest continuing the story of Ameliance's efforts with the academic homestead program in Old Chalane is now available. Upon its completion, the custom deliveries list for Ameliance will be updated. Lovely. A mother's love. Ameliance is eager to depart for the studio. Lest you worry, I've informed Millard to wait here in case Mila returns home before we find her. With that, let us be off, though I can scarcely wait to see the look on her face when we arrive. You and me both, my lady. You and me both. Oh, way over there, are we? Alrighty. Sounds good to me. This new Ephraim map might be the best thing they had in Is it strange that, having come all this way, I only now begin to have second thoughts about my plan to surprise Mila? Surely she would be glad to see us. More so, I should think, if she were to see you in the lead. I mean, if you think so. You are far too kind, thank you. Phenomenon is where she's most likely to be, so I suggest we start there. Ameliance is now accompanying you. Well, welcome to the party. Is something the matter? If you're hungry, I could have our attendants at the manor prepare you something on our return. Go on then. Don't mind if I do. I should have known she would not be here. There is rarely an opportunity to remain idle at the studio, after all. She did mention some manner of practical training today, however. Perhaps we could find her at the Maker's Meet. Or, failing that, we can ask if any students have seen her. Sounds good to me. But, how wonderful it is to walk through these halls again. So many fond memories. Perhaps you could care to hear a story or two. I would indeedy. Okay. Da-da-do. Tell me. It was the twins' graduation when I last was here. Unfortunately, an emergency forum meeting prevented Forshno from attending. I'd never seen Alice in such a foul mood. Alphino, meanwhile, tried to put on a brave face, saying he understood the demand and duty of the forum. But a mother knows when her children are hurting. Forshno was no better. Would that you could have seen it. He spent an entire day with Alphino in the kitchen, baking batch after batch of ginger cookies for Alize, in an amusing attempt to cheer her up. Oh. That's sweet. I'm sorry, did you need something? Please forgive us our intrusion. Would you perchance happen to know where we can find Milladine? She's a student newly arrived from Fabner. Ah, but how rude of me. I am her host mother, Ameliance Levier. Ameliance Levier? Yes, of course, Milladin. She's in the same course as me. She usually heads over to the pavilion by Numenon to study on her own class after class. Perfect. Well, she shan't be hard to find, then. My apologies again for the disturbance. No problem at all. It was an honor to meet you, my lady. Oh. We've no time to lose. Let us make for the pavilion near Numenon. Let us do so indeed. As a student, my studies have centered on the arcane. Forshno, meanwhile, studied the art of Sermonotics, a dreadfully difficult discipline undertaken by those who aspire to become sages. One fateful day, he and I found ourselves working together on an experiment. I'd never worked closely with him before, but I knew him well by reputation. He He was said to be unbelievably cantankerous and stubborn, unapproachable, and overall quite insufferable. All of which turned out to be true. Naturally, I wished to learn everything about him. He was always so flustered whenever we spoke, averting his eyes this way and that. It was also very amusing and peculiar. To even think of it begs for laughter. It's probably best we keep this conversation between ourselves, eh? I don't know about that. For some chatter. Is this the same one, or is that? I think it's the same one. It's in the exact same spot. And if it's not, then they should have bloody moved it. You wish to know about Numenon? Oh, there's not much to tell of those dusty old halls, though I suppose they are not without a memorable moment or two. I once ventured there in the dead of night for some last-minute research. The deadline for my thesis was close at hand, you see. Corridors were dark and empty, with naught but the soft echo of my footsteps to keep me company. Then suddenly, a shadowy phantom appeared before me, as if the very void itself. Much to my surprise, a phantom it was not. Nay, 'twas fortunate. Under the veil of his vanish spell, he'd been sneaking around the forbidden archives. Well. Would you look at that? God's the look on his face. He near died from embarrassment. Speak of this to no one, I beg you, he cried. I obliged, but on the condition he take me to dinner. Oh, trust you understand he's not hear a word of this conversation. Well, I suppose I can acquiesce. Here she is. There she is, but she doesn't seem quite herself. Oh, the little mammoth thing's dead. That's not good. Mia? Hello. Lady Ameliance, and Ty as well. Oh no, is something wrong? Not at all, my dear. Everything is quite alright. Ty and I merely wish to check in on you. It is getting rather late after all. You must be famished. I'm sorry. You needn't worry. I just got so absorbed in what I was doing. What are you doing? Hello. I take it you've been using the mammoth there to practice your healing. Oh, interesting. Yes, but to be perfectly honest, it hasn't been going well. The mammoth is designed specifically to respond to healing magics, rather than risk the danger of practice on a living patient. Makes sense. Students use puppets such as this. When a spell is successful, the mammoth will rise to its feet. Observe. You need to show off. Amazing. Hey, buddy. Lady Ameliance, that was simply incredible. Such grace and precision, without expending even an ounce of excess energy. It was absolutely perfect. Yet no matter what I do, the mammoth refuses to even move. I've been trying so hard to prove my mother wrong, but maybe she was right. Maybe I should never have convinced myself that I could master healing magics. There, kiddo. I came all this way and accomplished nothing. You've been so kind to me, Lady Ameliance, and I don't want to waste any more of your precious time. Perhaps it'd be best if I returned home. Nah. Be none of that. Nothing could be further from the truth. You think so too, don't you? Yes, that is simply not true. Please cheer up, Mila. What's going on with you, killer? What, are you making it speak, Lady Ameliance? Parents are always thinking of their children. Your mother surely wants the best for you. I know that. I do, truly. That's why I'm afraid of disappointing her. You are not a puppet. You need not dance to your mother's tune. You have determination, passion, and wonderful dreams. Besides, always doing as one is told is not easy. Take it from me. I am an expert. That's hardly something to brag about. There's the darling smile I've come to admire. Mila, there is no doubt in my mind that a brilliant, hard-working young lady like yourself would make a fine alchemist. Your mother surely saw the same and simply wished for you to walk an easier path. A path where your success would be assured. But with great resolve and determination, you fought to pursue your own way forward. This is part of what it means to become an adult. After a child strikes out on their own, a mother can only pray they find happiness. I know not what to say. Perhaps a light straw might help me to collect my thoughts before I make any rash decisions. Then we shall make a leisurely walk back to the estate. I'd much rather hear your decision once we are returned. You're like to come down with something if you stay outdoors over long. Nod. That was sweet. You gonna give me some word of advice, little mama dude? No? No motivation for me? I understand. Fine, that's fine. You know, you do you. Not disappointed or anything. Certainly wasn't hoping for a little bit of mama pick me up. No, sirree, no. No. Right, Olivia is yeah, da ba 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 I've decided I'm going to finish what I started. If there came a day when our life could be saved was lost because I gave up now, I'd never be able to forgive myself. But more than that, I want to repay the support and kindness you've both shown me. I want to make you proud. That is, if you will still have me. Oh, come now. You hardly need to ask. You shall ever be welcome here, Mila, and have our unwavering support. Yeah. Have you any sage counsel for our aspiring weaver of magics here? If worst comes to worst, you have as your fist. No. Practice makes perfect. You must have a sympathetic heart to those in need of succor. You must have a sympathetic heart to those in need of succor, which I believe she does. A sympathetic heart. A shoulder for those in need to lean on. I want to become something like that, like you. I believe in you. One last word of advice from a former student of the studium. Set aside practicing healing incantations for the time being. Focus solely on manipulating the mammoth. Magic is the power to convert one's ether into tangible phenomena. The key is to visualize precisely what it is you wish to bring forth. I believe your problem stems from the lack of a solid image in your mind's eye. When picturing the act of healing, what do you envision? I don't know really. I've been so caught up with trying to perfect the technique, I hadn't given it any thought. Then focusing on manipulating the mammoth may be just what you need. You can concentrate on clear images like making it walk, run, or sit. With good enough patience and practice and repetition, more abstract concepts such as the inner workings of healing a wound should become easier to conceive. I see. The whole process just seemed so complex that but that's in the past. From now on, I'm going to focus on visualizing everything, step by step. Nod. That's the spirit. But do take care not to push yourself too hard. For now, I think a hot bowl of soup is precisely what you need. It's a Wagnerian recipe, so I hope it offers a taste of home. Lovely. Oh, sweet. I cannot thank you enough for accompanying me today. I admit I may have lost track of time in all the excitement. Now then, if Mila and the other students are to continue after training, I believe it prudent we prepare a new set of mammoths. Those of cruder make are more troublesome to manipulate, and thus I must ask you that you fashion ether-conductive units to replace them. With a mammoth of good quality, Mila should be able to grasp how to manipulate her ether rather quickly, and I shall be beside her, ready to help at every turn. Awesome. Yeah, that was very sweet. I'm looking forward to seeing how it ends. I was suspecting that she manages to overcome, right, and get the mammoth manipulated. Seems like an appropriate way for it to conclude. Ah, Tai, how are you? If you're ever in need of respite, you're always welcome here. As we discussed, I would like as many mammoths as you can prepare to aid the students' training. Let's have a look-see. La-da-ba-ba. So we need ether-conductive mammoth components. I mean, that makes sense when you think about it. Ether-conductive mammoth components. Get there in the end. Ether-conductive mammoth components. Mammoth components of which are ether-conductive. Definitely. Ether-conductive mammoth components. Sorry, I have to repeat it to remember. Ether-conductive mammoth components, ether-conductive mammoth components, mammoth components that are ether-conductive. Yes, yes. How about an ether-conductive mammoth component? Look, Taro is getting some work out of her head. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Bada bing, bada boom. I see emphasize. Student. It shall be, as they say, right. Another third one. I thought there was for some reason. I might give it the worst time. How rude. Okay. Smell like it. I don't think it has much on this one. Interesting. We may run into a problem on this. I think we'll just be about alright. We don't have to maximize it, like, but it would be nice to do so. Does this finish it up in full? Please don't, please don't, please don't. Okay. Oh, no. We're getting there. Go on, be a big one. Nice. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Newton. Yeah. Alright, one to go. Probably should be doing that more, shouldn't I? Thinking about it. Would be a bit more productive, maybe. Yeah, da. Alright, lovely jubbly. Just finish this bad boy. Then we can go into the beach tribes. Do the Axadora first since they're nearest by. I think it's the last one in that quest line, but I'm not entirely sure. I could be wrong. There might be another one. It's just there's only one area that needs refurbishing. So that's why I'm assuming it's the last one. Also, the last quest, there wasn't much going on. It was a bit, it wasn't very involved. Ah, Ty, how are you? If you're ever in need of a respite. Okay, cool. Thank you. Much appreciated. I'll read the next one. As you know, moments are invaluable tools for helping students gauge their capacity for ethereal manipulation. Everything from their clothes down to their very cores must be highly conductive to ether, if we are to observe clear results. Now, if you'll allow me to inspect. Yes, this appears to be sufficiently sensitive to ether. The students will be pleased to have a Mamet so well suited to practicing their healing magics. Good to know. As you know, Mammoths are invaluable tools for helping students gauge their capacity for ethereal manipulation. Everything from their clothes down to their very cores must be highly conductive to ether, if we are to observe clear results. Now, if you will allow me to— oh yeah, we just read that. Oh, whoopsie-daisy. Thank you, Ty. Not only for procuring supplies, but for believing in my vision. You're welcome. After everything I've heard of your grand adventures with Alphino and Alize, never in my wildest dreams did I believe we might find ourselves working together. But I could not have asked for a better partner. Oh, me too. Bless you. You've delivered. Alright.